Hello and welcome back. Uh, this is the second part of tutorial about making a small apartment inside Cinema 4D, basic interior modeling and basic lighting. Uh, we will now continue where we exactly stopped the last one. So we need to make this balcony, which will be pretty easy. We'll go to right view. We will hide old house builder and so we can see only this one, and after that we will go to right view. No, it's front. We need the front view, and we'll go with line cut. It's okay like this, and we now just extrude our wall. We'll make it the same thickness as our all of our walls. So I think it's 15. 15, and again 15. And next step we'll take floor, again select this and hold Control and extrude. Okay, now we have it exactly like it's on the floor plan. So what we have more is this small cabinet for clothes, but I think for this moment we can leave it like this because we will need to have some nice camera angle for testing, and we will add it after when we add some interior objects to our scene. Okay, so next thing, what you can see in my viewport is these little icons that may be different from a startup. If you don't know how to add it, it's easy. Just go to right click and customize palettes, and you can type in Corona and just drag and drop it here so you can access it easily. If you want to remove, go again and just double click it, so little help for that. And the next thing we need to do is to set some simple Corona settings. We'll go to render settings and switch to Corona. After that, we'll go to output and put a square aspect ratio. We will deal with some composition later, but for now this is the best. We can put 800 by 800 to quick down the rendering times, because we will render a lot now. So we will put the camera now. You can put it right here from cinema camera, and then go to Corona tag and add a Corona camera. That will be pretty good. And for position, and rotation, just put 180 to 0 so we are straight. And the next thing we have to do is to make some lighting and material. So uh, we will go to Corona, new material, and we will make it 90% white and give it a bit of reflection, so glossiness at 0.5. The Fresnel is okay for now. And the next thing, we will need to create sky object. So we will add this white color to sky object. So we get uniform white here. And the next thing we need to do for this particular moment is to go to Corona settings and check the material override. After that, just choose this white material and we're ready to go. Go to OK. And we have some basic lighting. In this point, I will maybe make one more material just for the sky and uncheck the reflection. So we only have diffuse. The next thing I want to show you uh, is a really nice feature that Cinema had in its content browser, and it was great for creating windows. So I saved it for this later version. It did not include that, but you will have a download of this project for Patreons, and you can see what I'm talking about. So let's have a look at this. This is a file called through Windows. The object have through, and just in a moment I will show you what's going on. So if you clicked it, it's Espresso tag on it and annotation. You can see who made it and you can see what's going on. It's set by Espresso, so you can change white or height and everything like openings and I don't know. You can set offset, divider not to be in the middle, and vertical opening. It's really, really, really great. You can put handle where you want and rotate it to give it a little more variation. And of course, the same thing for this small one. Again, you can change whatever you want. And for the door also, it's not espresso, but I made it easier. You can just rotate this null object. I will make it opening. Sorry. So when you rotate, you can open and close the doors. So we will take now this two wings and single and copy and paste it to our scene. So first thing first, we'll go use this big one. Just rotate it a bit and put it out to place where our window is. The problem with this window was it's not actually good drawn on this floor plan, but it is logical that we need that window here. So we'll go, we know the our window size is 160 by 120, so we can go 160, 120. It will be a little bit bigger, but we can easily change that. So you just make this part fit, okay, and down part, okay, and then you again go to decrease divide and height, and everything is set. So we will copy this one over here. It is great. We will push it a little bit toward us. Okay, that's good. And now we will also go with single one. We'll rotate it, not the whole structure, the single one. Okay. All right. So again, go like this and down. So a little bit narrower and height is 200, as we know that. And we have this little one in the kitchen also. Okay, we can go. It's easier if you turn off the ceiling at this point, so you can see easier what's going on. So okay, like this, and this one is 100, a little bigger, 120. Okay, we can make it a little bit higher. Okay, so now we have it all set. I will put the doors later. First thing first, so we'll take a look how it looks now when we look through the camera. Well, I know already that we will have one problem now when we hit rendering, and I explain why. You see, everything is dark. That's because we have a material override set, and it's overriding our glass material that we have on the wall also. So the things we had to do is just search for glass and select everything. After that, you have a include exclude options for this, and just drag and drop it. Okay, at this point we don't need the glass parts to be overlaid, and you can see now our scene looks much better. Okay, so next thing is to put some light portals on the windows. It says that it supplement the natural lighting of the sky, reduce the noise also on the image, and speed up the production of the render. So with this house builder, tool that we made, it's really easy to put windows planes material. So you see we have big window and other window holes. So we will just copy and paste that, and we will make one more also for this opening here, because it is now acting like opening. We will just put them a little bit behind, just where the opening starts. Okay, this one also. This one. And the small one. This is okay. So what to do next? We'll make one extrude and put it once again, create single object like we did for the plane for house builder, and 0. Okay, and we'll make 5 of them for each spline. So just put it inside. Okay, and once we do that, we go and make it editable, remove the tag, and we can reverse the normals. It's not important for this. It will be important for later lighting scenario that I will use also these. And we can go to Corona and portal material. Okay, we'll assign it here. Again, it will we will have to exclude these from material override because it will just put our white material, not this portal one, and we exclude it. Okay, I'll go back to our camera view and we can render. And now it will be significantly faster for noise reduction. You see, already after a few seconds we have pretty nice scene. Okay, one more thing I want to tell you is that with these windows you can see glass details: front glass, rear glass, and glass white. We will select all of this and just leave front glass because it says that we do need in Corona just one plane on Windows, so it produces less noise. So, and of course, the more lights come in. So, with all that set up, we will see some post effects here that we have on Corona. So, we can turn up exposure on 2 or even 3. No, 3 is too much. 2, and we go highlight compress to 5, and we can increase the contrast and also put highlights and filmic shadows, so we have a better results. And of course glare and bloom are really good for giving that photorealistic touch. So we have already really nice white interior. You can see it a lot of time in some product interior rendering and Scandinavian interiors and stuff. But we will now examine, we will make some portals, windows, so we can have a better preview. Okay, uh, this is now what I've put. It's just a white color. The effect that we can establish that's same like this. It's that we, instead of portals, we use the corona light material and put it there. We turned off our sky and sorry, okay. And as you can see now, it's a bit brighter. I will show you the Cinema 4D picture viewer so you can see the difference. You can see it's a little bit brighter in the corners. With this, I don't prefer it personally because it's not photorealistic and it's not physically based. We don't have a big white lamps on our window, but for this one uh, it may be useful. So we'll put back portal lights, and the you can make another scenario is to use a HDRI map. So that is my favorite one. I have some of them here. We can use dry field from HDRI Heaven. It's a free pack I got, so I'll share it with you. And you just drag and drop it. You can increase the exposure a bit here. So just go up and exposure. Then the next step is to drag and drop it to our sky object. We will remove portal's visibility for now, not from rendering, just from view, and you can see now what is going on. So how to make this HDRI image look a little bit cleaner so we can see what's going on? You go to Corona Material Preview and Viewport Preview Size, go to 248 2048, sorry, and now we can see what's going on. So we can rotate however we want. I will make the sun come from over here so we have a better look. Okay, and right now we can see what's going on. The sun is coming through the windows. Everything is really realistic and it's a little bit yellowish, so you can uh, make it a little bit more blue. With this white balance you can put 5500 and you can see already is looking okay. Maybe 6000 is enough, so you can see it's really good. The next one we'll go and use it is the free one from these people. Again, go render, and you can see its sun is a lot lower, so you can see the difference in mood and everything. Once again, we can go and see what's going on from the outside. Okay, see, you can rotate its sun a little bit more and render it again. Increase the exposure. 3. Okay. You can see what's going on already. It's really nice again. And the one I won't be sharing with you because it's a paid one, and personally I use it a lot. There is Maxime Rose. I will put a link where you can download some interior ones that I used for my material pack. They are free, but this one is paid. So, okay, this one is cloudy day, so you can see how it looks, and the sun is right above us, and if you render it, you see we have some pretty nice. We can decrease the bloom and the glare a bit. You see really nice lighting here. Everything looks really nice. So that is a second method for recreating interior light. So the final one will be with Corona Sky and uh, Corona Sun. So let's have a look. So Corona Sky, you have a modes HOSEC, which you can change the multiplier and everything, and raw fake, where you can change the color of zenith and horizon. But we will stick to HOSEC for now, just for the purpose of this tutorial. Again, we will go out and we'll make sun view size a little bit bigger so we can see what's going on. And we will use the rotation tool so we can have it from this side. And if we render it, you'll see it's much brighter. We will have to reduce exposure to -2 or -3. It's a little bit -1 will be okay. So you see it's also nice. We can increase now a white balance. This is a nice method because you have much more control over the sun. You can make sun angle really small like this and make it look like morning sun. So again, white balance, it's like morning sun, and you can decrease its intensity. So we have much darker image now, and you can play with it much more than with HDRI, but the shadows and realism will be uh, overall less in quality. So I prefer using HDRI. So uh, I will upload this scene with all three methods so you can play with it and learn yourself. The next thing I will use the doors and basic materials in my next tutorial, so we can proceed.